Okay, so we're trying to do something like this, just like you have on everyday map. Right, you can scroll to anywhere on the map and then click on this center button, and it gets you back to this center part. Wherever you want to go on the map, click on the center button and it gets you back to the center part. Right. So this video is going to show how you can do that. So first off, you need a frame. Right. I love using iPhone 13 mini 375x812, but any frame can work in this situation. So you could name this your parent frame, since this is the frame that will house every other frame. Now you also need another frame. Now this frame needs to be way bigger than this frame, because you need this full frame to scroll within your parent frame. So set this, you could name it map frame or whatever you want to name it. You need to add a map into this. Now you can always get a map from an image or whatever, but there's a plugin of Figma called MapSequel. So you can install it and then open MapSequel. You wait for the map to load up. So whatever map. So I like using lights. I use light in this situation. So in this case, so you get to see the whole effect more. And then just click create map. And you've got your map. So drag this map into this frame, or you can copy and paste into the frame, and then you can center it, which is not actually critical, but you can center it. Okay. Alright, so the next thing you have to do is select this parent frame, the housing frame itself, then go to prototype and then set it to horizontal and vertical scrolling. Now this is critical for the map beyond the map frame actually to scroll within your parent frame. So this tells Figma that if there's a frame inside me or within me that is beyond my borders, right, make sure make sure it scrolls within me. Right, so let me do this and show you how all that works. Right, so you get something like this. The frame, the map frame is scrolling within the parent frame. Right, so this works. So back to prototype, I probably know this map 2 or something. Okay, what you need next is an icon to signify your current position. Right, so I just quickly design something. Anything can work in this case. I just quickly design a icon signifier. So yeah, you drag it into your frame. And let's say my current position is say San Francisco. When I click, make it a bit smaller. That's it works. Right, so this will add as your current position. Now we also need something else, right? We need that whole icon that shows, okay, if I click on it, it takes me to my current location. So the icon that shows you your current location, no matter where, if you're scrolled anywhere beyond the map. So to do that, we need to create another icon, another button icon. So once again, this is not critical. You can use whatever icon, whatever button you want to use. Okay. Then drag this also into your frame. Now just to add some depth, I'm just going to add a shadow underneath. All right. Okay, now let's click this prototype and see what happens. Now you can see that the whole button and the icon actually move within the prototype. But we actually want this button here to stick to its position. So what we'll do is select this guy. Okay. Now something else you have to do. You can see that there's no fixed position while scrolling here. The problem is it's actually within this map frame. You need this icon here to be directly under your parent frame. If you put it into the map frame, you won't see the option to fix this position. So in this case, you can see that it's under this map frame. To solve the problem, I just basically have to drag it up to directly under my parent frame and then leave it there. And you can see now that it's on the same layer hierarchy as my map frame, and then the fixed positions while scrolling actually comes out. So if I click on this now, then I head over to my prototype. If I move around, you can see that this actually stays where it stays no matter how I scroll. Whereas this my signifier should actually scroll while I move around. Right. Okay. Now the next thing we have to do is tell Figma that if I click on this button, it should actually scroll to this my signifier. So how do I do that? I open my prototype once again. Over upon it, take a wire and drag it directly to this my signifier. Yeah. Now if I drag it to my signifier icon, it should pop up this whole window. So you can see that this is actually scrolling to this icon here. Now let's not set any of this now. By default is on 300. Let's not set any of this and see how it works. So I select this and then I drag, I move out here and I click on this. You can see that it's actually moving to this to my signifier, but you can see my signifier as I end the screen, which is not something that is ideal. Now what we'll have to do is actually track some figures. So check some of the settings so it actually stays at the middle. So make sure this is set to animate, so it actually has this whole animation feel to it when you click on the center icon. So let's do Y offset. Let's do the negative figure of say 1 to 8. And let's try that. Let's try this. Because that it works more. Like it's more in the center. We actually want the 8 to move to the right also. So we'll come here and check also the X value. Click on it also. Yeah, it moves to the center now, but we still want it to move a bit to the center. You also come here and check to let's try minus 160. And look at it. Wow. Now you see that it actually works perfectly. You want it's centered, although not accurately centered, but this works for us. We can also try pushing this also down here to that. I also come here and check my y-axis and try something like 172 and see what happens like this. So this is the idea. You just keep tweaking your figures to get what works for you. No, actually it should be minus 450, not 450. Minus 450. Now we can work with this. Okay, let's go and map somewhere very far and then click to the middle. So it stops in the middle. Now we can also check more figures here, like 600, so that it actually like ease out, so it actually goes slower. Let's drag this here. So yeah, that's how I actually create a scrolling map effect in Figma. You can come in and check all of these figures to actually get what you want, and you can actually add more of probably more designs of this to actually get how a full map will look like. But this is the basic idea of creating something like this.